In this video, I'm playing through the entire Dead by Daylight dating sim. Let me know in a comment which killer you would have dated, and if I should do more romantic games and novels if you want to see more videos like this. Like and subscribe for more playthroughs, follow my Instagram, and get my bedtime story podcast below this video. Welcome to your dream vacation. Before we get started, what shall we call you? Well, there are many ways to answer that, but let's go with Morphy. Very curious to see what they do with this. Dead by Daylight dating sim. I have no idea what I'm in for. Cough, cough, cough. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you had nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow. Really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Morphy, may I continue? Please, go on. Okay then, as I was. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? Well, thank you. However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Run. Close your eyes. Dig up that face. Why do I want to dig it up and get a closer look? I guess, like, where am I going to run to? Run over there? Closing my eyes does nothing. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh. There is no body. Just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Ocean? Settle down. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose. And so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? I'll hold on to it. No thanks. Look, I'm gonna level with you here. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday. I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth. Could you just give it back? No. Psh, be that way then. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Hey look, hand, Wilson. Wilson ball. Little help, please? You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Wow. The gang's all here. Why isn't the Huntress in her bear outfit, though, you know? Jesus Christ. I guess these are the only 4? 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, well, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? Toss it back, kick it back, say no thanks, say nothing, do nothing. I would toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty. But that's okay, it's natural. Try hard much? Blah. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually batter volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away, but at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way. Damn, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Morphy. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. This outfit. Look, it's best just to go with what Trapper says when he says it. It's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about that. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. The sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron's here. I just want to know, can I kill him or not? You know you can't. At least, not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey Morphy, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. Is this going to, determine who I date, or do I just get to pick? Hard choice. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. At this point, I don't know how this is going to go if we pick or if it's the questions, but who would you pick out of these four if you had to go on a date with someone? This is a timed quiz. Oh, God. Very important. Okay. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one I can't remember. Alright. How attractive would you say you are? Average. Not at all. Sob, average. Have some confidence. I'm average. Just under the face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself. Like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. Hello. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Man, it's got a bit... Oh, between... flight would be so useful, but super strength? Think of everything you could do, and invisibility would be awesome. Hard choice, but let's go with super strength. Planes exist. Strength isn't all about muscles. True strength is up here. You expect Trapper to point to his head, but instead he taps one of his bulging shoulders. Specifically in these muscles. Nobody gives a shit about your calves. What was your best subject in school? Can I be honest? Probably skipping, at least in my later years. It definitely wasn't maths, and it's not history either. I didn't even take history after the 3rd year, so I guess I gotta go skipping, because I did skip some, but also stay in school. You could say I majored in skipping class. If I had ever gone to school, I'm sure I would have done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost always. What's your favorite animal? I bet... Oh. A dog, a cat, or a mustelid? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what a mustelid is. Do I need to Google that? What is a mustelid? A musty eyelid? Oh, a family of carnivorous mammals including weasels, badgers, otters, ferrets, martens, minks, wolverines, among others. I mean, they're very cute, but let's go cat, yeah? What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl I have some specific lovable things? Cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. I like black cats. What's up, baby? What's your favorite color? Blue, blood red, 3-day-old corpse. Let's go blue? Blue isn't good for productivity. Makes people want to be lazy. What's your dream job? Astronaut, nightclub promoter, not working at all. These options are so limited. I mean, let's go to space, I guess. Hard to imagine being farther away from anyone than floating in space. The cold, inky vastness of nothing. Forever. Best flavor of ice cream? Horseflesh? Chocolate? I mean, I like caramel. Caramel Sutra, Ben & Jerry's, or caramel Choo Choo, to be precise. My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Mine's vanilla. Swelled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on, this reminds me. I am right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before we get too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? You're not my dad? Chocolate. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, What's the best flavor of ice cream? I don't want a game over, so I guess mint chip. Chocolate! In case it wasn't clear who's in charge, it's me. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. Oh. Well, that was unfortunate. Mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them.
I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith.
Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like you good? You like noise people? I like noise people and I loathe big dumb idiots. I'm from the West Country, hello. The Wraith is now like Samwise. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose just to not take part. Geez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love.
Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean.
Grow up.
Grow a body.
I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it.
Whatever, fog body.
It's not nice. He's not nice.
You'll love it.
Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting.
That's why she likes it.
Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough.
If we're done playing, let's do something else instead.
Well, for once I actually agree with the meathead.
I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive dope.
It's the what?
Listen, it's the massive boat docked nearby. I didn't sleep much last night, so I read boat and docked and I said, dote. God damn it. I'll give everyone a taste of luxury and power.
Wraith rolls his eyes.
Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness.
No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? I mean, listen, if I'm picking for moi, for myself, then I would like to go in the shade and chill. Because I don't like the sun either, babe. So, you know. I probably want to hang out with Huntress, though. But do I want to exercise, you know? I don't like exercising. I want to. I probably need to. I'm at the age where I need to. But I don't like it too much yet. But maybe Huntress could get me into it, you know? If we were hanging out and we could go to the gym and stuff. But also maybe because she's so fit, she wouldn't mind a little dough body bear like me, you know? I will go with what is me. The shade. Out of the sun. Let's be honest. If I'm like, yeah, let's play volleyball, I'm only going to embarrass myself, so... How about the yacht? I've picked the wrong one. I've picked what the... okay, I thought that would look like it was the shade. It was meant to be the lounge, wasn't it? My... oh. God damn it.
Perfect. You obviously have a modicum of taste and good judgment.
I'm just an idiot, really, sir. I just picked the wrong thing, to be honest with you.
At least I hope you do. I guess we'll find out.
Please tell me this doesn't mean you're going to be talking more.
Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, how fast your lifeless body sinks. Should be a pretty chill day regardless.
Hold on. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. Claudette. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities, unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off this side. Dwight? Yes, pardon me, follow us. Hey, narrator? Yes. Something I can help you with. Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Right, yes, that's true, he was, but he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodation than this island. One of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious, doesn't quite have the charm this island has, though, so trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. Time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly, when I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? Thanks, I'll go to the lounge. Rather than the yacht. Finally, freedom. From the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprayed ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island, but it turns out I'm not the first to toss those kind of threats around here. So, thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whipser? A loud whipser. It's not me saying it wrong for once. It's written wrong. Whipser. Please just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Ha ha ha, hilarious, right? Right. Yeah, right. So what will you be having? I will have oh! It was a misclick, but sure. I didn't come here to party. I'm trying to make the best of a strange situation. How about, I don't know, a daiquiri? I know how to make that. Skip the liquor. I'll have mine virgin. Trapper snickers at your choice of words.
Sure you will, kid.
Don't mind him. We don't need to soak ourselves in booze just to please someone else's expectations. If you ask me, there's enough spirits here already. Besides, alcohol just numbs you to the painful realities of the world. I choose to face them head on.
You'd never do something like, I don't know, hide from it all behind the world's largest hat or anything.
Please allow me to ignore any fashion advice from the man wearing a doll's face as a mask.
Not a doll's face, jerk.
Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempted to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun. Never mind, I hate it. This sucks, but it could be fine. Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. Does he have a crush on her? If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm not a nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction, or none. Reading's the only escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. And if you'd like to escape into a book, then do I have a podcast for you? My podcast, Down to Sleep. A weekly podcast of audiobooks to help you get to sleep, spirit. She'd love it. And you might too. Reading Jurassic Park, Coraline, Twilight, and more. Down to Sleep on Spotify and all good podcast apps. She's like, are you okay, Morph? What? My podcast. What? A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, seems an appropriate time to ask. Morphy, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity's really gotten soft these past 100 years, so what's your favorite? What's your favorite, dear viewer? Leave it in a comment below the video. Is it, out of these, and also let me know what your favorite book of all time is. I'm actually reading Dracula on the podcast right now. I've finished Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That is complete. You can hear that incomplete on the podcast. And Frankenstein I did an episode or two of. I liked all of these, but I would say my favorite so far, Dracula. To be seduced by some beautiful stranger, only to learn later on they're an immortal villain. It's downright thrilling. Well, I guess, but I was going to say that despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threat of possible danger or even death that he poses, you can't help but get turned on by the liberation from the status quo that he represents. It's same here. So what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who did they think would buy into that? If you're going to be trapped in the nightmare that is undead life eternal, which I know a little something about, you could do a lot worse than great clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. The scariest part of Dracula is thinking that no one will ever be quite as interesting to make love to as a vampire. Okay. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. It's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello. And who's this new fan in the waiting?
Beat it, hack.
I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to the circle for our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I've got much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. Let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts happen out of view of the public eye, romantic-like. Yeah, romance is the goal. So we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults. Romantic, well-adjusted adults. You're up. You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of two parts, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and the bottom is the target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame perfect for the less coordinated, because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically, wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, it's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Ready to play? Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Look at those cute little pictures. Wraith looking like Groot. I'm Groot. Oh dear. Okay, I kind of want to kiss Huntress. Let's go. He's nailed it. You got Huntress. You two are meant to be. Psych. You actually have to spin the bottle multiple times to get your real result. First to get to 3 times is your true match. Oh. Okay, let's... 2. Too good. You got Huntress. Huntress is your true match. Ooh. Gross. Just this morning you were waking up on a strange beach surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach towel at Huntress, lust in her eyes and sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races, you can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Huntress takes you by the hand and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way that she is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at an interview for a job that you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out so completely she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Huntress, I'm sorry, but I can't kiss you right now. What? You're relieved, but also maybe a little hurt. It's not you. Well, it is you, but in a good way. I think you're great. Maybe too great. I don't trust easily, and I'm afraid of what it might mean to connect with you so early. It's not that I don't want to, I just don't think it's the right thing right now. I understand. Amazing. But also understand this, if you tell anyone I got so soft, I'll break you in half, okay? I'll tell them you almost chewed my whole face off. I like that. I hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we'd never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island, but dinner is being served right away. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there are so many more interesting things to die from. Seems like the next activity's mealtime? You were expecting what? Capture the flag. Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well they don't call him Expected-ster. I'm sorry, even though I get nervous around crowds of killers. And my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there. You're looking good, Morphy. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they're side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side. The rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Oh, I thought I was going to have to arrange them. No? Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you enjoy. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we can't divulge.
My favorite.
Meat's good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat, so like, it's technically true.
Technically true's the best kind of true.
Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Morphy. You thinking what I'm thinking? It's going to be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people? I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island.
Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal.
Wow, he's right for a change. Because I am, with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain.
First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Forest, powerful, clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood.
You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option, Obs.
The hell it is.
Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please. I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Morphy, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapon for 72 straight hours. It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Okay. This again. Press the space bar to stop the pointer. Achieve a perfect success. Land on the start of the target area, not the end. Let's do it. Slice! Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Can you keep it going? No. You missed completely. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Morphy. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if you wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts, floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at that seagull! Ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Morphy. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise.
Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are?
Yeah, you did. Poor thing.
You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal. You've been standing in the sun.
But the seagull... The gull... Uh-oh. You just made a lot of good points. I swear, you're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them, because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? But this place holds many secrets. True, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Mummy? Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? You've always been alone. You found someone special. As in, you're someone special, or... I mean, I don't remember anything about my life, right? So am I saying to her she's special? I don't know. Oh. Yeah, you're special. I used to feel that way. Small, unimportant, alone. But lately, I'm not so sure. I've started to feel different. I've started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. You look at Spirit, who has turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on this topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend, perhaps something more. I don't know what this island has planned for me. Ha! A friend. Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. I was so dumb, so busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny, the purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. So stupid. You're not stupid, that sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out. And then I, chop chop. And now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? No dragon, just a lot of fire. A raging inferno, in fact, begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am the dragon. I'm sorry, but you're no dragon, and breathing fire, that's some hobbit-type nonsense. I'm a descendant of proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole other level. Looks like there was only room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. Oh, ew. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well.
Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss.
Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule? Even once?
Damn it, Donald. If you try and flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick I'll drown you in his blood. Cynthia, Fuss and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. Please talk less. This hurts my voice.
We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. We still got to get started. Nobody. We still got to get started on story time, so... Morphy, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please. Pick somebody quickly, so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Huntress. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Oh, because I said I choose you. Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There is a village outside the deep and ominous redwood. No child dared step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return, and the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The women of the town told a story to the young children, hoping it would be enough to dissuade them from curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature that lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful, her voice the last relic of her humanity. It lulls all who hear into her domain, and not precocious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who have seen her say she wears a mask of hair, stained with the blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there, for what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It is said that the Huntress, as the villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. The Huntress would even bring the girls presents. Toys she'd pilfered from other bodies, masks she had fashioned out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. These toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the Huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath Huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard fills the air. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked within your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence, and you feel the need to contribute to this stirring moment. Join in singing, slow clap, make a joke. Join in? Oh boy. That's like, I'm trying to take the spotlight. Ha, all ye children. Slow clapping seems like rude, and making a joke seems even worse, so I guess I'm gonna join in. He'll snatch you up between his teeth if on the bed's edge you sleep, drag you to the forest deep beneath the quaking tree. Huntress can't believe you know this song. You share an intimate glance across the campfire. Yes, nailed it! So close your eyes and fall asleep. Count the little woolly sheep, tucked so tightly you must keep, or he will come for you. The song ends, and you are both met with silence around the campfire. I love that song. Bayo-bayo-bush, bayo-bush-kababa. Bayo-bush. I love that song. Baby. The old Soviet lullaby, right? It's the song my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. Oh yeah, she's like Eastern European, or Russian or whatever. It should have been, this song my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. Hello, my name is Huntress. Oh well, too late to change voice now. But now I must go. The memories, they are. So much. Yeah, the memories. The memories are, so much. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves, and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. As well as a voice saying, if you've enjoyed this so far, hit that like button and subscribe for more playthroughs. Join me on Twitch live occasionally, or follow me on Instagram. It's all at MadMorph. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. I find that all stories are better with the sound of a burning fire filling the air around you. Or rain. Are there rain sounds available on Down to Sleep? You're damn right. Or the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Dipping in hot tubs with the Huntress. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. What? You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Before you run off, I wanted to make something clear. You know that half woman, half beast that I was talking about in my story? That's me. I'm her. Whoa. How cool. That's awesome. Thanks for being vulnerable and telling such a personal story. Huntress faux shyly twirls her hair. Tell the truth. What did you think of my tale? Do I have the makings of a best-selling author, such as the comedic mastermind Dostoevsky? It was a really well-told narrative. It was a clear beginning, a middle, and an end, and riveted from the start. Plus, the woman in the forest, I mean, you are clearly not a true villain. You were just a traumatized child. Okay, now you're just being a suck-up. Huntress's eyes leer at you from behind her mask. She's had her time in the spotlight and is playing coy now. Call out her tired storytelling? Jesus, chuckle awkwardly. You chuckle awkwardly at Huntress's statement of the obvious. Why are you laughing? I can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. You can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. It's actually pretty endearing. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly, despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back to the fire and put me to bed, eh? We hate to intrude on whatever smooth moves are about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Usually night time's when I do my best hunting. But after a day like today, even I'm pretty tuckered out. Will I see you tomorrow? Only if I don't see you first. Finger guns. You make a cute little bow hunting motion. Oh no. Only if I don't see you first. Pew! Huntress catches the imaginary arrow that you shoot in her teeth, and then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she was doing. It's kind of hard to tell. Cute. Good night, my little snack. I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Huntress's story of the half-human beast that abducted all those innocent children in an attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prisoner here on this island? Is this your salvation? Or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive, their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try and keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you want to rob of their beauty sleep. Away we go. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Try a different station. Let's try 100. Yeah. Let's go for 88. Moody. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Hello, hello. Who would you like to summon to your side? I mean, listen, we're going for Huntress, right? Huntress, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. Oh. If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. You do. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try and keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that, even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you'd like, you'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Wraith stares at you awkwardly. He says nothing, just stares. You look around to see if there's something going on behind you or on either side, but nope. Just staring. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the Huntress right before bedtime. Are you making some sort of, alliance? Are you with... Wraith scans the horizon. Them? I'm just making sure you are who you say you are. I've been burned before, and something seems off on this island since you've arrived, even more than usual. Maybe we could talk about more of that tomorrow. Just since you got here, I think we could have a really nice day tomorrow. Together. It's just you have no idea how long I've been here with these monsters. To be honest, I have no idea either. They're just awful. boring, loud, stupid. You're different. There's finally someone here on my level. You're thoughtful, interesting, gentle. I think we could have fun. I could show you some cool stuff if you want. If you don't, that's totally cool. I get it. No pressure. In fact, probably just forget I was here. Finally alone. For real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to camera. I think today really went well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do? Okay. Attractive? Mysterious? I really don't know that many other words, since I was raised by my mum in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my sarafan. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. Trapper, oof. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and... You eat bear? I'm human, and I'm as fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life.
If I'm being honest, I just want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them, even the few people I can tolerate. I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them, excuse me. God, I wish I didn't smoke when I was a killer before. That's definitely why I'm coughing, and because this is my real voice. Why would I cough otherwise? It makes no sense. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living, for now. One false step and well, you know, everyone calls me the Trapper for a reason, and they better call me Trapper. I swear if I watch this later and you just list me as Evan, I'm gonna kill the Chiron guy.
I don't really care. This island's full of people who don't really like me, so what's one more? I don't want to get distracted from the plan anyways. I know everyone thinks of me as a beautiful cold-blooded monster, I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are a choice, sure, but if someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that's used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Oh yeah, let's kill them together, but, sorry. You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky and you feel great. Totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday morning nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why, I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster, carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe and start this incredible day off. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that. The hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee. And I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place you give a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, a 2 thumbs up review to. Not an eternal prison of pain. Please, make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. And by leave a review, they mean leave a comment and a like and subscribe. Trust me, I'm looking out for you. Can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically knock coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something. Something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, a thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent and, whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate vacations, it's not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of the creative process, with the ultimate intent on making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course, apologies. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Yes, I'm not suspicious that there's no option. What an encouraging response. We're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey Claudette, maybe Morphy isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here. 0 chance. They're still clicking, even right now, to see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter though, Morphy. We're so happy to hear you're having fun. Am I supposed to just leave? I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun. Do you hear us? We're all having fun. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign our rights to say anything... We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative. Would you sign this non-disparagement agreement? No. I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Morphy, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Tricked. Perfect. Perfect. Delightful. Delightful. Excellent. Yes. Yes. Hey Morphy, it's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that's in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games, resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with that grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing. Breakfast. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon and... So much for maintaining these beach pods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day, on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Can he talk less? Personally, I wasn't.
I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess. Whether you survive today is 50-50 at best. Good luck. I mean, good luck?
Well, that was bizarre. Back to your... Nope. Huntress steps up. At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all the possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded. Oh well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast. And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did, or should I say did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familial revenge thing. Last night was no different. So in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done though. Now if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Perfect, there he is. I'm glad the introduction of Morphy to our island paradise, and yeah, that was in quotations, didn't distract me from my normal routine, ignoring all of you, and vice versa. I mean, it does kind of seem like he has something he knows, right? This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking any questions.
I'm asking a question too. It's when will Wraith shut up?
And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. See you soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep on wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy, true to life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. It was probably people anyway. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there though, something catches your attention. Hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. It's okay, right? I know I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more, a little more. Oh yeah, that's it. What? How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do, whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh, wow. Look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. There's no way they were really... Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you, you know. Know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded fun. You think 2 people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think me and him, Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard, they get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds and our 5 minutes is up. Good luck, you're gonna need it. Hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us. That was both an tragedy and a comedy. A crackmedy. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? You're heading to the hot tub by yourself. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit. Just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? Aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all, it's... Hey babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some kind of forced check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Whatever though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon. Or after 4 PM. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You seen my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy's gone and we've got some ground rules established we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back. Take some deep, slow breaths and... Nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is. Ah yes, Huntress. That makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that's quiet and out of the way. No one will be able to hunt us. I mean, hear us there. Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you pack a picnic? Bring your swimsuit? A pocket knife? You decide to bring as much as you can. You may have to make a run for it at some point, and you should be prepared. But of course you washed up on this island with nothing but the clothes on your back, so you've got nothing to gather. Are you really ready for this? I mean, they call her the Huntress, not the Hugstress. You look up at this towering goddess, trying to form a sentence when suddenly... Before you can decide if you want to go off with her, the spirit interjects. You really think you're going to have fun with her? All the running and wrestling? And not like in the clever double entendre way, but actual physical wrestling. I'm exhausted just describing thinking about it. Listen, you're kind of weird. And I'm kind of weird. I'm like, I don't know, I thought maybe you'd want to sit and ignore the whole world together for a while, yeah? Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemonades, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has got me tilted. Who will it be? Who would you pick? I mean, I gotta be real. Huntress looks fit. But personality-wise, I'm digging it, but also, like, I would definitely hang out with the spirit more. Like, sit and do nothing. And, talk about how bad the world is. That's way more my speed than wrestling and working out. But you know, both are great. Both are great. I feel like we've been doing Huntress this run, so... Huntress it is? I guess let me know in a comment if you want to see more of those. I gotta go with Huntress. Indeed. You and Huntress make your way to the secluded beach house. Your heart thrums in your chest. Don't look it up. Thrums is a real word, I swear. Are these nerves of excitement or terror? Isn't it fun to mix the sexy and the horrifying? Huntress is quiet as a mouse as she guides you through the island forest. You struggle to keep up with her. She moves like a jungle cat, all muscle and silent, leaps across thorny brush. She halts suddenly and you crash into her, having been desperately trying to keep up. You follow her gaze and realize you've arrived. A cabin in the woods, obligatory in nearly all horror films and stories, and you've come here willingly with a fearsome killer. Great job. The cabin is cozy, but something seems off about it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. Huntress stares at you through her bunny mask, cocking her head to the side as if trying to gauge your reaction to her hideaway. Are you going to invite me in? Why do you need an invitation? Are you a vampire? No. Oh. Is it just me, or did Huntress seem a little disappointed? Didn't peg her for a lover of the fang, but hey, I don't judge. Would you let a vampire bite you? Leave it in the comment. Be immortal. Come in. Let's explore. I would. I'd let a vampire bite me. You follow her inside. It's creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code, but it has a certain homey charm. You're, quite the decorator. She blushes. This music's like way too upbeat for what's happening. Feels like it should be way more chill by now. She blushes. Indeed she is. A chandelier made of bones hangs delicately from the foyer ceiling, and a collection of trinkets lines the mantel. Something tells you that the people who once owned these things are not of this mortal coil anymore. Could you be Huntress's next victim? The thought gives you a wicked thrill. Hey, she's looking at you again. What do you think of my collection? I could learn to like this. This whole place, it's quite tactile. There's so much to look at. The organized chaos makes me want to craft things with my hands. I knew you'd like it here. You have the eye of someone who appreciates fine, stolen things. Can't wait to go treasure hunting with you. We could find so many goodies on the island. But first, what do you think of the other killers on the island? I mean, Trickster's pretty out there, but everyone else seems like they have interesting backstories and whatnot. A little gossip, huh? What are you playing at, Morph? Huntress considers this for a beat. She seems to have two modes, thoughtful and explosive. You hope to never be in the splash zone when the explosive part emerges. Why? You jealous? Before you can answer, the house begins to shake. Huntress loses her balance on the termite-infested floor and falls into your arms. You are not mad about it, but before you have time to enjoy taking this moment in... Crabs? It's an attack. A horde of killer crabs invade through the crevices in the poorly constructed cabin. They race at you and Huntress in swarms, clacking their razor-sharp claws at you. You must act quickly. Shield her, run and hide, grab a shashka. I don't think she needs shielding. I don't know what a shashka is, but I'm grabbing it. You quickly reach out and grab a shashka off the wall. What's a shashka with you, being the highly educated person that you definitely are? You know what a shashka is, a Russian sword, not an umbrella or a can of cola or something else like that. Thanks. Back to back with Huntress, you hack away at the attacking crustaceans. You manage to slay the majority of the killer crabs. The ones you miss go scurrying back into their hidey holes. Huntress turns to you with a gaze that's full of passion and intrigue. However, before it bubbles over, she looks away, suppressing this feeling. Is she nervous? Huntress sits down on the wicker couch and begins cleaning the guts off her hatchet. It's an obligatory scene for every killer. You're just happy to not be the source of what she's wiping off. Looks like we're having crab for dinner. She doesn't smile at your joke. She has that ponderous look on her face again. You join her on the couch. And sometimes those near-death experiences really get me thinking about what I want in life. I think I'd like to start a family one day. How about you? sure, with the right person. Yeah, sure, don't kill me. I mean, it's a life-changing decision. You have to make sure it's right, right? Huntress smiles coyly. A good answer. You never know what kind of weirdos are out there. What were you like as a kid? You try to imagine this giantess as a meek child in a puffercoat wandering the forest. Huntress chuckles. Her laugh is cute and soft. I was so innocent. We hunted to survive, then went back to the cottage, and Mother would tell me stories. We'd drink tea and imagine a life far away from the woods. Somewhere like this. I suppose I finally achieved what she always wanted from me. But since coming here, something feels off. It's beautiful and warm, and everyone is so attractive, like thirst traps galore. But don't you get the feeling that something is coming for us? Oh no, she's onto you. But onto you about what? Swirling memories rush through your head. Nightmares, visions of a dark cloud, Claudette and Dwight's vacant stares that belie some sort of hypnosis. Quick, validate her theory, or try and push it off. Sure, you are valid. I think you're onto something. What do we know? What do you know? How long have you been here? Do you remember anything? I've been having dreams, seeing things. I think we're all serving some greater purpose. Huntress reveals a strange object that she stole from near the stage where Trickster performs. It has some strange symbol on it. Well, truthfully, it doesn't seem that strange to you. It's just a glass bottle, but the label is interesting. She hands it over to you, but before she can explain her theory, Claudette and Dwight burst in on you. We have a dramatic announcement, but it needs to happen back at the beach. You arrive at the beach and realize you were set up. There's no big announcement, after all. What we have here is a good old-fashioned rivalry. It's true. Exactly like that voice that we cannot hear and certainly aren't referencing says. You were forced to interrupt your lovely date by another killer. They're here and ready to make you an offer of love that you won't be able to deny. Trapper emerges from the water. Is he in slow motion? He's pure thirst. He's Paul Newman on horseback. He's Denzel on the cover of GQ. Manly manliness brought to life. Also, was he holding his breath under there this whole time, waiting for his cue? That's commitment to a bit, if I've ever seen it.
Heard you spent the day in a quaint cottage. That's cute. How about a quaint mansion? Or better yet, how about one on each continent? Yeah, I'm including Antarctica. I'm really, really rich. Think of how cozy we can get there in a snowy 10-bedroom chateau. One of those pools, half indoor, half outdoor, but nice and warm throughout. That way you can kill a mama polar bear from outside while watching her cubs cry over her body from the inside.
Okay, deal's off. Wow. Trapper is the real deal. And by real, I do mean really, and by the deal, I mean evil.
Plus, you really want to hunt for food the rest of your life. With me, you get it both ways. Savagery and someone to clean up after you. Sounds nice, huh?
As if. That life isn't for me, bro. I'm very impressed that you can speak with implied quotation marks. Very cool. This guy is a total douche nozzle. Try hard much? He's like the turn-of-the-century Pacific Northwest version of a Wall Street bro. Trust me, it tracks. Patrick Bateman with a huge chip on his shoulder. You wouldn't go with him if you were brandishing a cleaver at you. Oh shit, he is. Give in to anger. Thanks but no thanks. Wait, what are these options? I don't want to go with you, but is give in to anger like telling you to go away? I don't know. Thanks but no thanks. I'm into a quieter lifestyle. I relish my independence, and I don't need someone to wipe my butt for me. You run back to the huge arms of Huntress. She hugs you tight. So tight you think you feel the life leave your body for just a moment, but it hurts so good.
You know what? I'm impressed you stood up to me. I appreciate someone giving me their totally honest opinion, even if that opinion makes me want to carve out your liver. And the butt wiping, that's not what I meant by clean up after you, but I'm hiring someone to do that for me the moment I get home.
Trapper leaves and you turn to Huntress, walking in slow motion back into the water. It's pretty weird. You just gonna stay in there all night? Should we continue? Huntress leads you back to her cabin. You thought you'd remember the way, but it's like the forest has completely changed. Nothing is familiar. Better not get lost out here. Can you believe that guy? Classic trapper pulling a move like that. I'm so glad you chose me there. I don't think we've explored all there is between us yet. She winks a bunny-masked eye and scoops you up onto her back. Huntress runs through the woods with you piggyback riding. I'm Yoda now. Whoa! Faster, faster. The wind ruffles your hair. Animals clear a path for the mighty woodswoman as she races by like the lead from that famous teen vampire drama in that one scene where he calls her a spider monkey. Huntress doesn't call you that. Whee! Eventually, she gently lowers you to the ground and you take in your surroundings. A wooded clearing in the forest. Huntress prances about like a deer in a meadow. I like to come here sometimes to clear my head, hack up a few cute woodland creatures. Oh. Foxes are my favorite to slaughter. They think they're so cute and sly, but I see right through them. They're just assholes. Great with hot sauce. Huntress hears rustling and darts off to find its source, crouching down, low, like an animal. Now you're alone, in the middle of the forest. Which way did you come from again? No idea. Your sense of direction is all off. A mellifluous voice floats through the air, landing upon your ears like syrupy honey. Come find me. Oh dear. Gotta find her in the woods. Perfect. And again. Oh, I'm too good at this. Ba, 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 ba. Oh my god, it's so fast now. Ba, 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 ba. Damn it. Not bad. Oh, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Tag. You bop Huntress on the shoulder when you find her. She high-fives you. You trying to date this young lady or just bro down all day? You're so good at hiding. I'm having a real blast. Thanks. They say it takes 10,000 hours of practice to get good at something. Hey, they do say that. That was fun, huh? I keep trying to just relax and have a good time, but it's really hard for me. Anytime I let my guard down, something terrible happens. What about if we let our pants down? Oh my gosh. Like what? Sometimes I find young girls in the woods, little perfect angels that need my protection, but if I turn my back for a moment, they wind up dying. That got dark, but you feel like Huntress wouldn't admit this to just anyone. Oh look, Claudette and Dwight are back. Okay, we swear we're here for a good reason this time. Yeah, no one's manipulating us this time, it's just time for dinner. I wonder what she says if you say drop your pants. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? No, you really are feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. Time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gag where we cram them all on screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Wraith seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding on to your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on a murderer's island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. I'm sick of watching everyone else gorge themselves while I'm preoccupied with you know, trying to get to the bottom of this never-ending nightmare. So tonight, none of that. I'm not really hungry anyway, so I say we just do a simple salad or something. The green kind, not the mayo kind. Mayo is gross. I'm fine with just lettuce. It doesn't have to be fancy. Not iceberg, though. It has no nutritional value. Letting Wraith choose was a mistake. That's on all of us. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, that's for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, it could affect your standing within the group. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Tell of your brush with death, joke about having kids. Brush with death, right? I don't know if joking about having kids with her is the right idea. Today was nuts. We went to Huntress's secret cabin and killer crabs attacked us. It's true. I'll fall asleep tonight to the delicious sounds of crunching crustaceans.
That would have never happened on my yacht. I grind them up. Much more satisfying way to kill crabs. At least those kinds of crabs. I have a little comb for the other kind.
Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they're all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetit. Don't you mean bon? No, almost everything we serve has lots of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, dust crumbs off of the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Thank them. Always say thanks. Your service is appreciated. In fact, here. For us, just for doing our jobs. Did I give you the coin? Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big's gonna happen. Go willingly or unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies.
Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb?
Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma involving fire. Finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Other killers? Like I'm a killer? Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Cool, now everyone is looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades. Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers.
Try not to bore us. Let me try that again. Try not to bore us. Yeah. I probably should have just gone with a southern accent for you. It's fine. I thought, honestly thought once I picked someone to date, the others really wouldn't be involved too much. But here we are.
We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Morph was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Yeah, tell them a story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay, so what type of story do you want to tell? Romance. About two lovers who take poison together and die foaming at the mouth? Or about two strong hunters who meet when they both try to bludgeon the same wily wolverine? Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. They couldn't have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months.
Bit soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think?
It's so sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted. Love could spark from a mere look across a campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye. Except for Trickster, who has wandered over to the bar and is loudly playing his own music on headphones to drown you out. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. Who else would you like to hear a story from? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. But we already heard hers, right? So I guess it's a different story? Or do we hear more from her? I'm not sure. Let's hear from the spirit this time. But I'm curious, like, if I pick her again, is it the same story? Or am I going to bond with her even more? Because we're kind of going all Huntress on this one. So maybe I should pick her. I guess let's find out. Huntress, you seem raring to go. Let's hear from you. Sure thing. My neck of the woods isn't wanting for horrifying mythology. Mother once told me the story of a young man traveling back home after the war. Which war? Doesn't matter. I just wanted some backstory, painting a picture.
I'll paint you a picture.
The man was lost and running out of food rations. He stopped to rest for the night underneath the majestic birch tree. That's when he saw the women, naked, skin glistening in twilight glow. Hot. I'm invested. They sang a haunting melody as they made their way downhill towards the inviting lake. Enchanted by the music, the young man followed the parade of beautiful women until they stopped in a clearing next to the water. They turned to him and smiled. One woman with long red hair stepped forward and reached for his hand. The others began to play music. Flutes, lutes, tambourines. The melody was intoxicating. The man's feet began to move beneath him. He was dancing, moved by the magical music of these mysterious women. Twilight darkened into night and the man grew weary. But when he tried to still his moving feet, he found he could not. Help! I cannot stop dancing, he cried to the nearest woman, a slender woman with green hair. She drew near to him, and he saw her features distort into something horrific. She was bloated, an eye hanging from one socket, skin the color of algae, a rusalka, her true self. You'll never stop dancing, she screeched at him. My sisters and I were drowned in this lake by men of your regiment. Consider this your punishment, the man cried out. But it wasn't me. Someone must pay, the rusalka said, her voice filled with briny malice. And so the man danced and danced until his bones broke and his heart gave out. The dance of death. A silent beat as everyone takes in this macabre ending. But it's not all bad. Rusalkas are also fertility goddesses. If a lady had stumbled across them, she would have been blessed with a fruitful womb, and probably some candy. Damn, does she really think that's a happy ending? I want what Huntress is having. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment, builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Morphy, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that, we don't actually care, we're just here to make sure you seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight, and try not to wink wink, end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud, and what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except the spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed.
Did I hear somebody trash-talking spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes?
Enough talk of burns. Things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far from this place as we could? Just you and me. On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded Morphy's after, they should join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade, drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore.
It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or just me?
Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for an evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either, but this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. All Huntress, all the way, all the time. Huntress? You know, I had the feeling you'd pick me. You've got good taste, and I don't just say that because I'm considering eating you. Huntress licks her lips as she eyes you up and down. You've never felt like a literal piece of meat this much in your life before. What have you gotten yourself into? Let's go over to the bar. I'm gonna make you into something special. Oh. Literally? You and Huntress whisk yourselves away to the bar, and when you arrive, you find an arrangement of arts and craft supplies. And are those taxidermy tools? Cool. Are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. You wonder what's going through Huntress's head. Though she's bubbly and enthusiastic, you're always terrified she might snap. Something on your mind? She smiles. Drink this. Huntress hands you a seemingly normal tropical cocktail. It's a bloody tongue twister. If one were to drug you into some sort of state in which you could be operated on, these flavors would hide the poison. You look around and consider what else there is to live for besides becoming Huntress's little toy. The conclusion is... bombs away! You pound the drink. It's quite nice. I didn't even get to choose. I've been thinking about making you a present. A mask. Would you be into that? Yeah, of course. I've always admired yours. What would you like? Why is there no bear mask? A rabbit mask? Anglerfish? Fluffy cat? I'll join you as a rabbit, I guess. One just like yours. Well, that's not very creative, is it? Oh, sorry, babe. Huntress is annoyed, but then her face lights up. Oh wait, is this brilliant? We can use this as a tactical advantage, like, there's two of us, we can attack from both sides. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Well, I know what I'm going to be working on tonight, all alone, in my skimpy pajamas. Huntress winks at you. Should we just, like, get out of here? These drinks are making me pretty sleepy. Maybe we should go directly to your bed. No, that's not how tonight goes. I mean, it's not how it's supposed to go. Not yet, at least, you kooky kids. Soon. Huntress, you've got lots of hobbies. Why don't you share something with us that you're passionate about? Something less deadly than throwing axe or chasing survivors, maybe. Just a thought. Making more masks? Or, wait, making matching gloves? You little joker. I'm thinking of a different type of making. Making our victims die fast, medium, or slow deaths, depending on the mood we're in. It's another round of be careful what you wish for on Murderer's Island. Dwight, I need your help. Doing something in a different place. You read my mind. I'm talking about mycology. You know mushrooms? I've picked a lot of them. Very familiar with which ones make for a great soup base and which ones make you super dead. I'll show you 2 mushrooms. You point at the one that's safe to eat. Okay, that sounds easy. This one's safe. Oops, that little fella's an autumn skullcap, and after eating one, if the diarrhea doesn't kill you, the liver failure probably will. Next up, this one's easy, I'm sure you'll nail it. Point at the one that won't result in almost instant death. This one. Ruh-roh, you would have just eaten a deadly dappling, which has a name that is both adorable and, well, deadly. Adorable and deadly. You know anyone like that? Final question, which will make you jump for joy, and which will make you vomit until you die. Correct. That's a green, cracking russula. Sure, it might look moldy, but I guess you shouldn't judge a mushroom by its gross green cap. Not everything is exactly as it appears. That was fun, right? I like flexing a little more than just my biceps for you. Alright, let's see here. Tabulating your answers, and... not great. Not all wrong, but it only takes one poisonous mushroom to put you down for good. Guess you just need to keep me around so you don't shove anything deadly in your mouth. Huntress claps her hands giddily. I appreciate you spending time with me tonight. I know the other killers are very alluring in their own way, and it means a lot that you'd spend time with a forest bumpkin such as myself. They are hot, aren't they? You're no bumpkin. You're a strong, independent woman. Don't demean yourself. Huntress leaps on you, knife to your throat. I'll demean myself if I want to. She's angry, but also turned on. This is pretty hot. We're here. Claudette and Dwight are gathering everyone together on the beach. Typical. Exactly what the voice said. I'm telling you, and I'm being honest, that you're the only one who can hear me. Are we just like talking out loud the whole time? The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was. Oi, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratedom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl, you know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Morph chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you. I'm no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention. Almost like the order does matter. Wraith, why don't you go first? You look like you'd hate it. It's going to be like least to top, right? Anyway, Wraith. I don't know. I'd really prefer just to telemorph privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whisper it? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. The kind of thing where we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. Maybe then we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. So he's like the escape ending, I guess. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it.
Why, yes, thank you. I'd love to. So, you're thinking of picking me. Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded. Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that'll make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks better stay the hell away from my yacht.
Figuratively. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone.
What was that?
Nothing, go away. Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing because it's clear already you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream. Did you two forget to mention something? Gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who's already teetering on the edge of a psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up. This has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time, and I'm just now finding out about it. Come on, the signs were there, you just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof, it's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare to even try? You mean... That's right. Tomorrow one of these slicks... Do you want to try that again? Tomorrow one of these sexy slices will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who is it going to be? Why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it going to be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. If you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. Although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, you might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy your boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? Oh my gosh. Wraith's really nice, but I feel like it's got to be Wraith. Because we have bonded the least, and then he seems like he might not kill me. I guess. This is a hard choice. Look, I'm here and I'm horny, and I'm not really getting positive reinforcement from you, Wraithy Poo. Please don't take this personally, it's just my opinion of you and who you are and what you're about deep down as a person and how I don't like it. Like, give me something, you know? A kiss, a wink, hold my hand, finish telling me about all this mysterious stuff you're obsessed with. Or better yet, don't. Wraith rises, taller than you've ever seen him, and calmly walks to the exit. Before he leaves, he turns to you. When you came here, I thought perhaps you would be different. I don't know how my last bit of hope in humanity hadn't been snuffed out, but it wasn't. It is now. You're like the rest of them. There's no hope of goodness here. The only thing I can try and do is escape. Or burn everything and everyone to the ground. He leaves. Pretty badass exit. Was not expecting that. Now you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind. Because of course they'll receive a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Morph when all this is over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... wow. Their own mostly new Trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real Trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's white tested. Claudette approved. Hope you sleep well. You're my hero. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? Not because of the guilt, I mean. Knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight? Knowing what you'll do tomorrow. I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Wow, what a crazy end to the day. An elimination. I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. I can't help it if I have thick arms and legs that go until they stop. I knew we had a connection from the moment I saw them through my mask. You can never be sure what's going on in the newcomer's mind, but I like my odds for tomorrow. It's so fun hunting for love and not for food or vengeance for a change. I know I said some things when Morphy kicked me to the curb, and I just want to say I'm embarrassed for how I acted. Not what I said though, I stand by it. I want everyone here to burn.
How would I say things are going? It's a matter of perspective. If Morphy's goal is to impress me, things are going poorly. But if Morphy's goal is to get themselves killed, they're doing an amazing job.
Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Nah. What? You're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything. You feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. I got a new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneak line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island, it's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out, fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them, don't worry. I'm talking about your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghost... Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. ghost face. Come on. Whatever. I don't care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, Morph. You too, narrator. I'm the Joker, baby. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes, seriously. They don't pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's the thing you're getting wet. Now it's going to smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. Okay, never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? Oh, not you two. This wasn't meant to be confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay, we don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair's wet. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. How is that? You know what, I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Great. What's it gonna be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade. You cheated on an algebra test. Watching Wraith get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, this sun, these sweet sugary drinks. It sounds fun for like a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls, it's like a crescendoing song of evil. It makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. Please. Please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I have to wake up. Yikes. That was a weird way to end. Oh well, what are you going to do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone's bound to say something crazy. Anyway, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow, it's going to be a doozy. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which it's sort of okay with. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that look on their faces excitement or terror? You notice your stomach flutter with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time. Claudette gestures over to the beach, where the killers all stand flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Survivor? I don't hate watch. I unapologetically love watch Survivor. Suddenly, the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-assed cameos in this show. I'm going to chew his agent out. Before they walk over for your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us. It can't be easy being thrown onto a mysterious island for seemingly no reason, surrounded by terrifying killers, trying to manage your most primal impulses, murder and making out. Sounds like a great time. You've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island hosts, with dignity and respect. Don't tell anyone we told you this, but Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are two-way streets. If you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. The friend zone? That doesn't sound too bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers, and there are survivors. We can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Well, I've seen the sparks flying between you and Huntress. I saw her whittling a little figurine of you last night while everyone was asleep. So are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad. We're on a schedule. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air, and I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll. No, you don't. But who cares, Morphy? Who do you choose for your solo date? Can you at least do the flower thing? I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Right, I suppose. But no roses. Such a cliche. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose and I got an ouchie. Nice. You've done good, Dwight. It's a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saved some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. You've got other things to think about right now. Morphy, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you? Trapper, right? All Huntress, all the way. You turn to Huntress. She's never looked more appealing. Her caftan dress ruffles behind her in the light morning breeze. A seagull lands on her shoulder like she's a beachy cartoon princess. She snaps the seagull's neck and stuffs it under her flowy dress, probably to save for lunch. She can't help but hunt. Huntress, I choose you. Let's spend the day together. See if we think a future is possible for our love. Me? Really? Huntress throws her hands up in the air like a bear and gallops towards you. At first you think she might swipe at you with her gigantic hands and knock the life out of you. Instead she scoops you up into a hug and takes her place at your side. And she just stuck her tongue out at all the other killers. Sometimes the immature move is the right one. Sure to be a fun day. We'll be here, not getting to participate, even though survivors matter too, while you go off and have a grand old time. Yep, just Claudette and I hanging out, no one competing for our love, wondering what we did in a past life to end up embroiled in this unrelenting misery, but go have a blast. Huntress eagerly leads you to the yacht to begin your romantic day together. You have to admit, warm, salty air on your skin, the sound of crashing waves. This is a pretty perfect morning. Just you and Huntress. Hey, cuties. Ah, Ocean's here too. Did you know I'm teeming with flesh-eating bacteria and dead bodies? Pesky Ocean, always killing the vibe. You turn to Huntress. You sure you're okay here on the ocean? I know you don't like to be out in the open. Something about being here with you makes me feel safe. You both sit down at a beautifully set table on the deck of the boat. A wide spread of mouth-watering breakfast goodies arranged in front of you. Pancakes. Can we get you anything? You look a bit green. I get seasick. Trickster replaced all the island's Dramamine with party drugs, so... Wait, how did you get here? Weren't they just on the beach consoling rejected killers? Are there more than 2 of them? You motion one of them over. We'll both take a screwdriver, hold the orange juice. Of course. Hey, can you play this particular song for us? Set the mood. You hand Dwight a piece of paper with a song title written on it. Sure, I doubt Trapper has it in his vinyl collection. Soon, the haunting melody of Huntress's mother's lullaby streams through the yacht's expensive stereo system. The boat rocks as though to the rhythm of the song. The eerie, melancholy mood is really quite romantic. Breakfast has never been this intimate. You reach out to touch Huntress's hand when suddenly a loud bellow scares you. You knock your freshly poured flute of straight vodka onto the pristine deck. It's Trapper. He's screaming at us from the beach. Look how tiny he looks from all the way out here. Huntress squishes his head between her fingers like a child and giggles.
Damn you both. The chairs you're sitting on are worth more than your lives. Get back here.
He's not wrong. Hey, Claudette, take us out further. Aye, Captain? Can she drive a boat? I guess we'll find out. Alone again, nothing but the core of a seagull and the ominous shadow of a creature lurking beneath the waves. I have something for you. For me? Huntress reveals a package wrapped in a bloodied apron. You clap your hands like a kid on their birthday. Her playful attitude is rubbing off on you. I made that mask that you asked for. I almost forgot, but I bet you didn't. This is the whole reason you pursued Huntress, I bet. To get a mask of your own. No other reason. Here you go. It's perfect.
Perfect.
You put it on. It fits your face like a face glove. You gaze at Huntress through the eyes of the mask. A swell of emotion surges through you. One has become two. Rabbits be multiplying, even in mask form. Let's go back to my place. She downs her screwdriver. The tension is palpable as you enter the cabin. You could cut it with a hatchet. Give me a break, it's day 3 of killer jokes. A narrator only has so much mojo. Huntress sits you down at the table in the kitchen. You notice the bloodstains that have crept into every nook and cranny of the wooden planks. What poor creature died on this table? Did they suffer? What do you care if they suffered? Get back in the ocean. Stop backseat omniscient narrating. Stay here. Don't move a muscle, or I'll hear it. I can hear any mammal's tendons creak as they stretch. It's a gift and a curse. I'll be right back. Alone in a cabin. What to do? What to do? Tidy up, freak out. Freak out. Tidy up. Freak. I don't want to touch her things. Hey, bar. Found the bar. Found the bar. Gotta find a bar in every game. Is that Sprite? I will have a little freak out. Have a little tidy up. I'm not freaking out. Tidy up. Clean up, clean up. Everybody do your share. You half expect a flock of adorable birds and cute mice to come sprinting in to help you, but they don't. This isn't some fantasy. This is gritty. This is real. Plus, I'm pretty sure she kills all the adorable birds and mice. You putter around the room by yourself, organizing Huntress's trinket collections. Old bottles here, discarded vintage doll parts over there, various keys that don't open anything in particular. Doesn't she have a drawer filled with these? Everyone has a drawer like that. You lay a blanket down in front of the fireplace for no reason at all. You're certainly not imagining all the naughty things that could go down on such a blanket. What's that in her strong yet delicate hand? You reach out for her, longing to stroke her blood-matted hair and scratched-up shoulders. I thought we could get warm by the fire. She wags a finger at you, a bunnylicious smirk on her face. Not so fast. Remember when we talked about how there's more going on here? You nod like a little idiot. Well, I now know there's something up. The other night, while you were sleeping like a cute little baby, I snuck into each of the other killers' lairs and saw them with shiny objects they've been stealing from me. I think they're connected somehow. Maybe it has to do with the symbol. I tried to go back last night, but something blocked me from picking any of the objects up. Someone or something knows I'm onto them. I think if you try, it might work. What do you say? Will you help? I kind of just want to vibe. I kind of just want to vibe right now. Like, can I get a kiss first? Sure. A globe-trotting treasure hunt on the level of a Nicolas Cage masterpiece. Count me in. Boop. Let's go. I'll be your guardian angel. You never know when those other killers might pop up. You grab Huntress by the hand and practically trip over your own feet on the way out the door. It feels good to have a quest. Thrilling. Part of you is just wondering how quickly you can get through this and impress Huntress. Soon she'll take you in her yoked arms and you'll swoon. Your childhood crush on Popeye is making more sense. Where do you want to start? There are 4 killers who have stolen from Huntress. You're not going to let them get away with it. Which one will you investigate? I mean, Wraith's not even here anymore, right? When you arrive at Wraith's oddball hangout zone, you immediately understand why they call it the Cosmic Dump. They being me, OBS. It's as if there are items and elements from all over the universe in this space. Also, it's a damn mess. But it's undoubtedly a special place. The very air you breathe makes you feel you're part of something much larger. I'm gonna hunt us some lunch while you find the object. You'll know it when you see it. It's extremely shiny. How long have you been standing there? Are we ever really there? I don't have time for your existential crisis today, Wraith. Huntress and I are going to get it on soon, I think. I hope. Look, I need to find a special object you have hidden here. You stole it from Huntress. She knows it. So you're trying to figure this whole thing out too, huh? Come check this out. Bit of a subject change, but sure, it's Wraith we're dealing with after all. Wraith leads you to a telescope, though through it you can see a far-off island in the distance. IP Island. Holy smokes, is that... Sorry, I actually have no idea what that is. Would you mind filling me in? IP Island. Where all the coolest killers from intellectual properties that we're legally obliged not to mention by name hang out and party with Hollywood celebs and Silicon Valley moguls. That's not even all. Zoom in, over there. Is that Ghostface? I said not to name... Oh, jeez, now I'm gonna have to clear the rights. You have no idea how much my lawyer charges by the hour. Hey, Ghostface, screen appearance cameo. Sorry, you just kind of popped up. I'm telling you, something crazy's going on here. I'll have you know, I wasn't trying to steal anything. I was looking for answers, but also occasionally losing said answers. That's right, the thing you're looking for, I can't actually find it, so... Maybe it's the coin. Good luck. Oh good, a mini game. Haven't seen one of these before. Ba, 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 ba. Nailed it. And nailed it. I'm so confident that I gonna nail it again. And again, and again, and again. Oh, he's too good at it, dude. That's very quick. And will I... If I get it this time, you have to hit the like button. 1, 2, cha, 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 cha. Okay, well... God damn it, hit like anyway, because I tried my best. You see an old pair of glasses on the ground and quickly grab them. You found it. So shiny. I knew I could count on you. And that's saying something, because I literally never learned to count via any traditional system of numbers. Let's get out of here. Glasses. It's hard to believe these old glasses really mean anything special, but a lady like Huntress deserves whatever she wants. You spend a moment imagining Huntress with glasses. Would she wear them over the mask or under? Hey, that's not just some junk. Those are my reading glasses. I just subscribed to highlights. There are 4 killers. Okay. This place is spooky as heck. Wasn't the beach sunny and beautiful just a moment ago? So you're telling me your precious shiny thing is up there? It's pretty great, right? Finally a good chance to activate these quads. You don't get legs like this from standing still. But you already know I love a good workout. Running, jumping, climbing, roughhousing. Well, get that damn shiny thing before your immeasurable horniness melts your brain and it runs down out of your ears. Yeah, I called it out. It's obvious to everyone. Just own it. Shall we? Inside the lighthouse, it's so dark that you can barely see the step in front of you, but that's okay, because you've got about 100 stairs to practice getting the hang of it in the dark. However, something about this gloomy place is really wearing you out and messing with your otherwise happy, horny aura. You can practically feel your mood going down, down, down as you climb up, up, up higher into the lighthouse, before you finally arrive at the top. Spirit, you're looking pretty pleased with yourself. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this whole being dead thing. Did you totally get sadder the closer you got to the top of the tower? That was me, baby. Gotta share the wealth, and by wealth I mean unending despair. You're probably here for one of your precious shiny things that I've stolen. Good luck finding it. I'll be over here reading if you need me. Let's find this shiny thing. Anything to brighten the mood in here. Don't miss the treasure. This is a treasure hunt, not a treasure miss. 1. Go. I missed it. Bang. 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 Not perfect though, is it? Wah, 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 wah. Nice. Wah, 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 wah. That's how I do the rhythm, okay? Wah, 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 wah. It works. Yes. You're really going a long way to prove your dedication to me. You know I notice, right? I can see a raccoon lick itself from 200 yards away in pitch darkness. I definitely see you working that little butt off for me. Shiny thing, get. You found a bottle opener. Really? This is the fancy item? Whatever, you're a real team player. Hey. No. Stop. Spirit doesn't even look up from her book. I think you'll be fine if you just peace out. All of these killers are actually really friendly and nice, apart from maybe the trapper, right? Like, this is a lot less scary than I thought it would be. You arrive at Trickster's stage, but there's no one here. Not Trickster, not an audience, not anybody. Nothing eerier than an empty concert venue. Think of all the fringe that once swayed here, the beers that sloshed over red solo cups. Mosh pits, tall guys standing in front of you for the entire show. Lifelong friendships that actually only lasted for one summer. Good times. I mean, I am the tall guy at the show, but I always stand at the back and just look over everyone's head, you know? My concerts are always an experience. You should really come to one of my after parties sometime. They're a real scream. I'll put you on the VIP list. I prefer acoustic balalaika music. Trickster, I've never listened to your music, and I think sampling the sounds of people's screams is very been there, done that. Hey, no one talks to Trickster like that. And how do you know about my samples? Somebody's obviously a much bigger fan than they're letting on. Show me where Huntress's shiny mysterious object is, or I'll wipe that grin off your face with a chloroform-drenched rag. Way to harsh my mellow. Deranged violence and torture is only cool when I do it, because it's my commentary on a shallow society, and I make it look sexy as hell. Your thingamajig, it's that away. Trickster backs away from you and resumes practicing an intricate dance routine. The way you stood up to that bootleg Backstreet Boy just now was... wow. If I weren't so strong and stable on my feet, I would swoon. It just wouldn't be believable. Find me my shiny thing, champion. 1 and 2 and get it. Perfect. Wah, 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 wah. Nice. Bah, 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 bah. Oh, close, though. Turning into Waluigi. You did it. Your ability to find the unfindable is quite uncanny. A natural hunter, I must say. Do you think I might be able to find your heart? I would hope so. It's very important to locate and remove all the internal organs of your prey as soon as you fell them so their meat doesn't spoil. You found a gold coin. Okay, so just the last stop left. Mr. Trapper himself. There are two ways to get to the Trapper's Cave due to the whole, trap-based character theme he's got going on. Rest assured, either one of both of these pathways is filled with traps. You turn to Huntress for advice, but she only giggles and shrugs her shoulders. You're on your own. I guess you're gonna have to wing it. Underground. Sounds secretive. No one can stop you if they can't see you. That said, no one can rescue you if they can't hear you scream. Nobody will waste time burying you if you're already underground when you die, but you're not gonna die, are you? Surely a dimly lit tunnel like this must be rife with traps. However, you manage to make your way along distinctly uncaught by any traps, rusty, bare, or otherwise. I got this. You're doing great. You're not at all afraid? Who, me? Nah, I gotta say, this is up there among the nicest damp and seemingly abandoned tunnels I've ever wandered through. Look, it has lights. Inspired by Huntress's bravery, you dig deep inside yourself and summon courage of your own, which is good. You're going to need it if you're going to head through that very murdery-looking passageway ahead. You enter into a humid, shadowy cave. Dripping water echoes around you. It's definitely not cozy like the cabin you left behind. I mean, it looks kind of romantic. You wonder, how deep does that pool of shiny water go? Let's get this over with. When your eyes adjust to the darkness, you see Trapper. He leans against the wall of the cave, like a detective in an old film noir.
I knew you'd come.
Trapper, get out of our way or I'll skewer you and serve you for lunch.
You're wasting your time. You'll never find what you're looking for. Unless what you're looking for is a minigame.
What? A minigame? How unexpected, how playful. How about you play it right now? Peel them eyes. Okay. Here we go. Getting the shiny things for my really buff babe. Her name is Huntress. She wears a bunny mask and I am finding shiny things for her. And I want to sleep in her arms tonight. She will probably cradle me like a baby, rock me to sleep, be the best sleep of my whole life, and it'll be really nice. And oh my god, oh, that was perfect. Just everyone playing this game the whole time like, this better not awaken anything in me. Ba 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 ba. Back in the Morse code. You did it. You found my lost shiny object. I'm so grateful. I could kiss you right now, but I won't because I'm pretty sure Trapper didn't actually leave and he's still over in that shadow watching us. Later, Trapper, you thieving little perv.
Hey, that's not fair. I'm huge.
Come on, Morphy, let's go. A pen. You found Huntress's shiny thing, and well, I think it's just a regular old pen, but we don't need to point it out. She's happy, and isn't that all that matters? That was fun and scary. Good to see the other killers taking their heartbreak in stride, more or less. You got a really nice tour of some of the island's lesser-known haunts. Haha, boom, still got it. We make a pretty good team, you and I. can I say? I appreciate a fine collection. Now that yours is back in order, maybe we head back inside to appreciate it. You collect a certain other special gift that I've been meaning to give to you. A special gift. Is it shiny? I suppose it could be, if you oil it up enough. Ew. I'm going to be ill. That makes two of us, narrator. When you enter the cabin, it's dark, barely lit, deep shadows stretching from wall to wall. Somehow, it manages to be a little bit terrifying, but also a little romantic. You barely even notice. You've got other things on your mind. You're practically undressing each other as you walk through the door. Mind's elsewhere. Neither of you realized that the door was wide open already. You are incredible. Every time you found one of those objects, my heart beat faster and faster. Your nimble hands. Is there anything they can't find? The fireplace is crackling. Your heart is pounding. The smell of cinnamon is in the air, but wait. Who is that? Huntress quickly pulls her beach cover-up back on.
My darling.
I was going to say, is that her mum? Oh, man. What a block. An older Russian woman bearing a striking resemblance to Huntress sits, warming her hands by the fire. I mean, how old are we talking? Because mum kind of fine. Just me? She turns to you and you're shocked to see that she appears to come from a completely different time in history, wrapped in old, unfamiliar clothes that are completely out of place here at this beach retreat. Without thinking, you blurt out, what an honor. It's you. I can't believe this. You're the Mama Huntress. I've been dying to meet you. Well, nearly. Can I help you with anything? Glass of vodka. Hatchet revenge on the... I'm sorry, I get flustered with you both there looking at me like that. A hatchet for revenge on the elk who slayed you?
Oh no, my child. I'm quite content. Just happy to know my little darling's taken care of.
Huntress chuckles nervously. Hi, Mama. Claudette and Dwight burst in like they're in a prank video. Bet you weren't expecting this date to include meeting her mum. What? Hey, Huntress, how do you feel about your dear old mama coming to interrupt your date? Huntress throws a hatchet directly at the two survivors. It skewers in the wall between them. Without another word, they scurry away.
Good girl.
Huntress turns to you. I hope this is alright. I was kind of hoping to bang. Of course it's alright. I give great parent. What? Huntress breathes a sigh of relief. It's just not the mood I thought we were coming back to, but I'm here now. I'm in it. I'm ready to meet your mama. Mummy? Thank goodness, because my mother is the only person, most important person in my life.
We Russians invented tea. Did you know that?
Mama Huntress shoves a cup in your hand, and as you drink tea with her, the air becomes warm around you. You, Huntress, and her mother sit by the fire, exchanging stories and anecdotes. Mama pulls out some old-timey pictures of a young Huntress in black and white, holding bloodied animal corpses with a chilling, dead-eyed stare. You all laugh and eat raw meat of some kind. It's a lovely time, almost like you're back home. You've forgotten you're on a possibly cursed island atop what is likely some sort of hellmouth. Look, that's not the official lore, I just call it like I see it. Every so often, Mama Huntress clutches her stomach. Her eyes stare into the middle distance, mutters some sounds as if reliving the moment she was skewered by an elk. It's very grim.
I like you. Thank you for indulging me in my tea and stories. Tell me, what are your intentions with my...
Bless you. That means bunny, but you guessed that already, didn't you? Or by now you've got your translator app ready. Keep her safe. Start a family together. Take it slow. Ooh. I mean, both of the top two, but I'm going to say start a family because she mentioned the kids earlier, right? Maybe. Ooh. She wanted her to be in good hands. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to say start a family. All that's on my mind is family. Forge our own forest dwelling with a brood, or half a dozen at least, hunting side by side forever. Mama Huntress smiles at you, reaches into her bloodied cloak and pulls out a handkerchief with a flower on it.
For you, the one worthy of my honor. Use it to clean your hatchet or vice versa. Or viscera, even. It's fine, it's fine. With improving, we are riffing.
You take the handkerchief. It's soft and smells of spices. I'll take good care of this. You point to Huntress. Her, on the other hand, she can take care of herself. Huntress is ecstatic. You've won over Mama. No easy task. I do give good parent.
My time on this plane is coming to an end. The weird magic from that ghost girl's black lighthouse won't keep me here for long.
I don't want to get into the logic of this, but yeah, the Black Lighthouse can bring ghosts back to life. If you're still here, you're willing to believe anything. It was Spirit who brought you back? I'll have to thank her. Huntress's mama begins to fade. Huntress cries. You can picture her at 6 years old, lying over her mother's dead body.
I fully support this union. I feel good leaving my daughter on this cruel earth with you.
You share a meaningful look with the mother of your beloved. Mama Huntress fades away, leaving you and Huntress alone again. Not a second later, Claudette and Dwight storm back in, never alone for too long on this island. It's time for a dramatic scene between the lovers. Shall we adjourn to the forest clearing for ambience? You and Huntress stand holding hands in the forest clearing. Dwight and Claudette watch your interactions closely. Too closely. Hey, I've really loved hanging out with you. I think it's time. Time? Time for... Oh, my, okay. Okay, I'm ready for this. It's time for you to call me by my real name, like my mother does. Will you call me Anna? Oh, that, yes, of course. I think Anna is a beautiful name. And you're a beautiful person, Anna. Morphy, do you know what I'd like to do right now? With you, beneath the moonlight. I'm feeling closer to you than I ever have before, and there's nothing I'd rather do right now than... She averts her eyes. Does she mean what you think she means? Nope. She's looking right at Dwight and Claudette. Chop up these two fools with you. Absolutely, babe. My hatchet is as sharp as my love for you. Let's get bloody. It's a gruesome scene as you and Huntress go to town on these two innocent survivors who just wanted to help you guys out. We were being forced to help. Can't hear you, hun, on account of the congealing blood in your mouth. Once you've made quite a mess of the survivors, you and Huntress look at each other with manic eyes. Should we return to the cabin? I'd love to get you out of that beachwear and into something a little less... there. Thought you'd never ask. Bow, 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 bow. Once inside the cabin, Huntress strips off her caftan, revealing every curve of her muscled bod. Hate the word bod. Just say body. Oh, they've got a nice bod. Ick. You follow her lead, disrobing for the first time since waking up here on the island. Yeah, you've been sleeping in your clothes, no judgment, it's a strange new place. You kiss, and yes, if you were wondering, it looks like she's going to keep the bunny mask on for sexy time. That's fine. This is the part where I skedaddle. Decapitations, sure. tiger maulings, love it. Dudes crushing other dudes in car crushes, gotta have it, but hanky-panky, that I can't handle. I'll leave you horny kids to it. Ah, jeune amour, que c'est beau, que c'est, quelle heure est-il, où est elle à la piscine? What, just because Huntress speaks Russian doesn't mean I do. I speak Canadian French, it's a thing. Am I nervously running my mouth now just to give you two time alone in the dark? Maybe. Stop me if you've heard this one. A hillbilly, a doctor, and a clown walk into a bar. Fine, we'll get back to it. Post doing it, you and Huntress lie together in the warmth of the fire. Everything is so perfect. You imagine Mama Huntress smiling down at you from beyond. That's weird after. Then you realise that's pretty gross to imagine her having just watched all of that and you try to stop thinking about it. Yeah. That was incredible. You're telling me. The door to the cabin creaks open. You cover yourself with a blanket. Shriek. Oh god. A severed arm claws its way through the doorway, leaving a trail of blood in its wake. Oh. We've walked right into a scene from a horror film. As soon as people have sex, they die. Not when I'm around. Huntress procures a hatchet from out of nowhere. Was that in bed with you guys? The wriggling torsos of Dwight and Claudette follow their chopped up limbs. Slowly, the pieces of their bodies start to put themselves back together. No way. WTF indeed, my friend. You thought this island would let us die? Permanently? Haven't you ever played Dead by Daylight? Come on, we have to get to the final scene. I mean, decision. Claudette and Dwight lead you and Huntress back to the empty beach. You both bask in the glory of being freshly laid. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? Like some sort of laundry detergent. Freshly laid. Actually, maybe that's good. I'll get my agent to start circulating it. The island is strangely quiet. No sarcastic remarks disguising a broken young woman from Spirit. No strange wide-eyed stare from the socially awkward Wraith. No threats of imminent violence from Trapper. Even Claudette and Dwight are tight-lipped. They seem zombified. Last day, you beautiful piece of meat. You've done so well. We're almost at the finish line. You didn't think I brought you all this way without a plan, did you? What kind of sinister body of salt water do you think I am? A whoosh of dark energy surrounds you and disappears as quickly as it came. The island noises begin to return. Birds chirp in their trees, the grass rustles in the light breeze, and oh look, the other killers are all here at the fire pit to watch the final ceremony. I can't wait any longer. The pomp and circumstance is agonizing. You're telling me. Stick to the script, Claudette. Okay, so Huntress, how do you feel about the newcomer? Are they everything your murderous little heart has ever longed for? Huntress stares you down for an agonizing moment. She steps towards you. My dear, I think that this is true love. Come with me to the Red Forest. Let's hunt the woods together and have a family bursting with babies. We'll raise them as fierce warriors who can defend their family and home. Her accent starts to slip out. It's a little bit like Wanda, you know? In just a matter of days, you've gone from being completely alone to being the start of a clan of warriors. I did not see that coming. Wraith starts a slow clap. No one joins in. Typical. Whatever. Love is a concept made up by greeting card industry. I'm out of here. Spirit floats back to her black lighthouse. Look behind you, it's Trapper.
Huntress, you bested me.
He turns to you and offers his leathery hand for a handshake.
Congratulations.
I don't shake hands with losers. Trapper's eyebrows shoot up. And then he smiles. Did not see that one coming.
You're alright, kid. I mean, I hate you completely. I want to kill you, mercilessly. But you're alright.
But wait, you haven't said anything to Huntress. Laugh in her face? Oh my god, what a savage. I love you too. Let's move to the Red Forest immediately. Is 12 kids too many? Maybe in this economy. Who cares? Your heart is overflowing with joy as you and Huntress embrace. Is this what you've been missing your whole life? A woman with shoulders the size of mountains who won't take off a bunny mask even during intimate times. Yes, yes, 1,000 times, yes. You stare into the sunset and picture your life together. Happiness is real. Oh. My Lord. Huntress lifts her mask and you finally lay your eyes on her breathtaking natural beauty. She's like a Street Fighter character or something. She's got like Chun-Li legs. You know, the cabin I grew up in doesn't have the amenities that my luxurious new beach house has. We have a beach house? I'm used to living as a beast, bathing in the river, running wild through the bushes. While telling you this, Huntress has left her bathing suit behind and entered the jungle. You haven't lived until you've been one with nature. Yeah, but there could be like bugs and stuff. Babe, come back. You chase Huntress into the woods, leaving your own bathing suit behind. Frolicking naked through the jungle is literally the most anti-me ending ever. That was really fun. I wonder what the other endings are like. We got a good ending. We actually succeeded at a dating game for once. Unlike that last Korean one that I played. If you enjoyed this, please do leave a like and a comment. Let me know who you would have dated. I enjoyed this. It was like way less scary and horrified than I thought. I was expecting a lot more horror, but I really liked it. I hope that you did as well. Please do hit like and subscribe for more playthroughs. This was a lot of reading. I'll see you next time.